Oh my goodness, so I'm kind of just in a recording video type of mood. Been going through social media, and one thing that really is just pissing me off right now is this fucking Black Friday fights, stampedes, riots, all this shit. Unacceptable. There are so many people in the world who have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Some people don't even have clothes on their back. And in America, we are very fortunate to have a lot. But to a degree, we also don't really understand what not having a lot is, because even really poor people here in America are rich compared to other people in other countries who really are poor. You know, me, for example, we grew up very low income, always have been, kept me humble. But even right now, we live in a little 2-bedroom house. It's a larger house, but it's split into 4 complexes. So there's a total of 4 different families living in this giant house, but there's like separate entrances and walls. Like, we're not all connected, but the building's connected, if that makes sense. It's like a big 4 apartment house. So, you know, we live in a little 2-bedroom part of it. It's decent size. We each, you know, me and my mom each have our own room. We have a living room, we have a kitchen, you know, bathroom, shower, all that shit. Basics. But you know, in other countries, there's people who live in mud huts and have to bathe in the river and don't have plumbing and don't have a fridge for food like that and don't have a stove to cook on and don't have a microwave to heat up their Hot Pockets. You know, so even though we could live so much better, there could be more that we could have and want, we are still very blessed. And I guess what makes me sad about seeing all this stuff on social media is that, you know, these people are fighting over the most stupid stuff. A TV, really, a flat screen? You need that flat screen so bad that you're gonna fight 4 people in a store for it? That's just sad. You need that digital camera so bad that it's worth getting maced in the face? You know, it's the holidays and people go shopping, and everyone likes to go shopping on Black Friday. But then at the same time, people are kind of appalled at the behavior that goes on. Well, yeah, when you have people that have been up all day, up all night, waited in line, depending on where they live, waited in different kinds of weather, hot, cold, rain, snow, winds, whatever, it really does take an effect on someone emotionally, and it does take effect on how they're going to behave. And even though those are all factors in someone's behavior, it does not condone the behavior that they decide to do. It is not okay to stampede over someone. It is not okay to rush the doors and push people out of the way. There is something called a sense of order. Do you not remember in school lining up? Okay, everyone, let's line up. How did that work? We all got in line. One person in front of one person in front of that person, one person in front of that person, and we stood in line. What happened to that order? Where did we lose that order in this generation? What is going on? We all had to line up to go to assemblies in elementary school. We all had to line up to come inside the school in the mornings. We all had to line up to go on field trips and get on the bus. We all had to line up when they were doing a head count or a roll. So why is it no longer that way? You know, if we're going to line up all day and all night in front of a store, why does anyone think it is acceptable to come up in the line and push past 20, 30, 40 people who have been waiting there all day? That is not order. That is bad behavior. And unfortunately, in America, we condone bad behavior, and we allow it, and we continue to accept it. And that is why there is so much bad behavior. And it's disgusting. It is absolutely immoral, repulsive, trashy, ignorant. Who in their right mind believes that they are better than everyone else, so they should just go ahead and cut to the front of the line? Like, how do you even have that thought process? You think it's owed to you because you don't want to wait in line, so you shouldn't have to? Is that how you think it works? No. And unfortunately, that mindset really is overpowering people nowadays, especially at the holidays. You know, times are tight. We're in a recession. Money is tight. The last thing we need to be doing is hurting each other physically and causing bodily harm over money, over materialistic items. It is a TV. It is a DVD player. It's a digital camera. It's a fucking watch. It's a fucking phone. It's clothing. It's shoes. Guess what, sweetie? None of that shit's gonna go with you when you die. You can put it in your coffin if you really think it's gonna help. But guess what? It's not gonna matter. Once you're dead and gone, that shit don't matter. You know, electronic devices go out of style every year. Just like computers. Just like a toothbrush. A toothbrush. You can go buy the newest fucking toothbrush, and guess what? Tomorrow, there's gonna be a new fucking commercial with a new fucking toothbrush, and guess what? You're no longer up to date with your fucking toothbrush. It's the same shit with everything else. Everything has an expiration date, just like all of us do. And it's really sad to know that people spend what little time we have on Earth fighting over materialistic crap. You know, I'm not trying to be like the saint in this. I've waited in Black Friday lines, and I've seen some chaos go out. I stopped going because of it. When I was waiting outside of a Toys R Us one year, there was a fight next door at the Best Buy, and somebody got stabbed over a television. Now, I'm sure some worse things and some not as bad things have happened. But that doesn't mean that any of that is okay. How do you feel if you hurt someone for just an item, stuff? You go home, you wrap that up, and you put it under the tree. You're going to tell me that whoever that was intended for, when they open it, part of you's not going to remember what you had to do to get that item? And you probably won't tell that person, oh, I had to fight 3 people to get this TV for you. Oh, I almost got maced by someone. Oh, I pulled my taser out and tased this person for it. That's horrible. I wouldn't want a gift from someone who had to cause harm to someone else to get me something. No thanks.